We see the Rubik getting banned out as well. I mean, Karkar's Rubik has been incredible as of late. It's a very good lane pairing hero with the Centaur. You have a lot of kill potential.
Dire team ban.
And there's a TA ban. So that's a hero I thought TA was going to get pretty heavily prioritized this this series in particular. We've seen, you know, time and time again, the Chinese teams, I should say, really love picking up the Templar Assassin in the first phase. Just the potential of the hero to be able to even have a bad laning matchup, you can fall back to the jungle and still be able to recover and get your farm. It's kind of something like, I was going to say something like a Viper, you know, Viper pretty much wins his lane, but, you know, he goes to the jungle at like level 4, level 5, and you actually farm faster in the jungle. But it's not that you know, maybe you don't get as much gold, but it's the power that you can take back the jungle farm, and then you give the lane to one of the supports so they can get it, you know, early levels, early gold, and actually get usage out of that as well. That's why we see, you know, a couple of these, you know, movements coming through. Cause going back to the jungle early and giving a support a lane, because I mean, supports are the ones that make a lot of plays across the map early. And OD getting take out the bristleback as well to follow, potentially with the OD ban. I mean, we saw what Emo could do on it last game. Maybe IG want to go for a Ember Spirit here. Incredibly good. That's a lot of like AoE damage to work with the Fatal Bonds, and I think Ember Spirit's a very good matchup versus the Lina. It's incredibly hard to stun the Ember Spirit if you go for the Yule Scepter combination, like the Yule's LSA. Well, Ember has, you know, 2 ways to disengage. You know, the Sleight of Fist is an instant cast animation, and the Remnant is also instant. This is probably your position 4 Invoker. Karkar's probably going to pick this one up. So paired up with the Centaur, pretty strong lane it should be. We've seen a couple of position 4 Invokers. You know, there's still, like I said, still potential for them to put the Invoker back in the position 2 role. But here we go. With the Cuddle getting picked up, I've got to imagine it's going to be the Cuddle 5, so that we'll see the Abaddon get shown as a position 3, and potentially the Lina in the 2 or the 4. So as of right now, IG, I'm kind of surprised. I think Centaur is actually a reasonably good hero verse to keep it alight, because you can just Stampede out. You can either, you know, start the fight with Stampede, or you can disengage, reset, wait for Ignis, you know, to get destroyed, come off cooldown, etc. Just wait for the Ignis to expire, and then you kind of, you know, maybe if you want to re-engage, you take that fight. So I think Centaur's a pretty good matchup versus the Keeper of the Light. I feel like he's not going to do a whole lot versus Centaur Invoker lane. That's also something I'm a little worried about. I mean, Coddle with the Blinding Light is incredibly strong at being able to actually harass in a lane, because you can trade reasonably well. Like, you have this very low mana usage ability that gives you pretty much technically evasion and a little bit of damage, so you can harass, you know, reasonably well, and you just spam out the Chakram. But on their side, the Invictus Gaming, probably going to pick up their, I mean, well, they're looking for a core here. You see, the Invoker is probably going to be that position 4 Invoker. So I imagine IG, you know, either going to go for their position 1 or 2, depends. We might see, you know, Emo's hero get left for last. Potentially, you know, Void's already gone. Life still is in the pool. Pretty good this game. You know, Life still with the Rage going to be able to deal with the Will-O-Wisp, and also going to stop a lot of the magic damage coming through from the Lina. And it's a good matchup versus the Abaddon. Abaddon's incredibly tanky. So, you know, that Feast being able to go against melee strength heroes is really strong throughout the laning stage. Life still early on can get pressure, but once he gets a couple of levels... Oh, okay, that's an instant Leshrac. They don't give a damn about the Riki. Oh my lord. Okay, so there's a good chance this could be a Riki mid, honestly. A lot of... I've seen a couple... Personally, for me, I think one day Riki will become a mid laner. We've seen time and time again heroes that are able to deny their own creeps, you know, use their own buff up to deny your creeps, are incredibly strong. Earthshaker is a really good laner, because, you know, the bonus damage you get for Enchant Totem, you can use it on your friendly creeps. You know, Conquer for a stage, he's kind of fallen out. You know, he's still an incredibly strong laner, the Conquer, but, you know, there was a stage when Tidebringer, you were able to use that to deny your creeps for the bonus damage. Turns out Riki, the Cloak and Dagger, I believe he's passive, the bonus damage you get, you can use it on denying creeps as well. So he's a very good solo lane, solo laner. But Sparking, they go for a Night Stalker here, so it looks like it will be, this could be a position like 1 Night Stalker. potentially, if they want to, how do they want to do this? Night Stalker maybe against the Riki lane if the Riki's mid. I don't know how Sparking play this. They've got very early tempo on Sparking, which I'm a little worried about. They don't really have any ways to push towers. The Leshrak's really good at that, and maybe if it's an Abaddon core. This is a very unusual draft coming out from Dire right now. I guess Raiden as well. I mean, a Warlock Riki. This is quite the draft from both sides. Invictus Gaming with their last pick though. They go for a Lion.
Choose your hero.
So it's an Invoker core, I believe. Yeah, Invoker core. It will be the Leshrak mid. It's going to be a position 1 Night Stalker. They'll put the Abaddon on the side lane as well. Wow, this is quite the draft we have. Okay, so Sparking Arrow Gaming. I mean, this is a core Riki as well, to say. So we've got a couple of Night Stalker Riki position 1. Very, very intriguing. Not something you see often. I know TNC, ran the Night Stalker in the 1 a couple of times at ESL Hamburg. Wow, we've got a hell of a draft. Both teams, I mean, Invoker's very good at scaling to the late game. Warlock is as well. Sparking Arrow, however, I feel like their lineup kind of falls off as the game goes later and later. This Night Stalker kind of hits a timing around like 30 minutes, and when you're like probably your peak, I'd say probably like the Aghanims and maybe one item after Aghanims is when you're at your strongest. And like I said, they don't really have any way to push down towers, which is a little bit worrying for them. Leshrak, of course, is very strong with the Edict, but you don't really want to have just one hero that's good at pushing towers. I guess Invictus Gaming don't really have anyone either. Like, Alacrity on Riki could be okay. Riki's not a tower hitter, that's the only issue. And Centaur, I guess, is decent with the return damage, and if you have Retaliate procs, but... Well, I guess any Retaliate damage, but... This is going to be very interesting to see. I mean, quite the drafts coming through from both sides, to say the least. But it will be the Exort Invoker, so he's not going to go the Cost Wex build. And he's also, I mean, paired up. They have a lot of kill potential with the Invoker, and I really like this. The potential of Invokers don't really come online. You want to continue to... You kind of just sit in the jungle until you get minus Aghanims, and the power of just having heroes across the map that make plays... Wait, what? What? What the hell did I just see? What is JD doing? Wait, he's got daggers in the side? I didn't know... I guess there's spears as well. Huh. That's cool. I honestly didn't even know that. What the hell? A lot of the time we see the Centaur running mid and trying to get Retaliate stacks, but it's not going to be the case. So, like I was saying, Invokers really like to just sit in the jungle, play with a lot of playmaking heroes, someone who can initiate and where you have kill potential with the Sunstrike, and you have that. Lion... Every time you have Finger of Death, you're able to pretty much blow anyone up on Dire, because they are incredibly squishy. I mean, Leshrak, Lina, Cuddle, very squishy heroes. So like I was saying, I mean, you're going to have a lot of kill potential with this Invoker. And it looks like it will be 3 bounty runes for the boys over on Invictus Gaming. I ain't going to jinx it. Yeah, I'm going to cross my fingers and keep my mouth shut, but... I hope some people might know why I'm crossing my fingers. It's looking good right now. Might sound a little weird to anyone that hasn't been paying too much attention, but... Let's see. Denied? Ooh, a couple of times we see Invokers try and Sunstrike the first range creep, but... I mean, they were stacking up on the creep wave anyway. So let's pay a bit of attention to the Riki down bot. They do have a sentry. Well off in the trees. Very surprised. Okay, Ricky's got his own sentry. I was going to say very surprised that the Warlock doesn't have a sentry, but it looks like the Ricky's going to have his. So the Ricky will try and play around on the left side or the right side, try and get a feel of where the sentries are. He went hoof stomp level 1 as well. Okay. So they do have a lot of kill potential up top. A double stun lane. Red Panda's going to take a fair bit of damage here, considering they've got very good kill potential. Another thing, they're probably going to have to set up with Karka's stun to allow JT to close the distance, because otherwise Red Panda can just blinding light push back the Centaur. You see as well, Flyby picked up a pointing Curse of Avernus. Nicely played. Able to get the sentry, drops it in the trees as well, so it's going to be even more difficult for Dire to be able to deal with. But you see Flyby. You know, the issue on this hero is that, you know, early on, a lot of low level in Cloak and Dagger, so it takes a while for you to go invis. 6-second fade delay. Luckily enough, you do have a bunch of HP regen for a Riki in this, well, just in general, because the Cloak and Dagger. So, Flyby, they're actually going to get aggressive here. A Blink's going to be up fairly shortly, but we'll start seeing just a lot of harass coming through. And you already see 9-2. He's having a really good time being able to last hit and harass as well. Stun. They find Coddle here. Blinding Light is on cooldown. That's another time they're probably going to be able to find a kill as well whenever the Blinding Light's on cooldown. Warlock down bot. They'll end up diving here. September. LSA will be on the mark. Ricky's got to be careful. Instead, he's going to turn his attention to Flyby. Is Shield going to proc in time? However, that's the question. A double kill for them down bot. Looks like they actually shared the bounty. Ricky unable to find them. Didn't hit September, so the shield doesn't proc in time. Still took a while for that to pop. Now, 2 quick kills for them. Of course, like I said, so the Ricky kill does get traded, unfortunately. Meanwhile, how's mid going? So Emo, I mean, doing okay. You need 5 and 6 on the last hits. You know, Leshrac can't really last hit too easily. Mainly uses a lot of his abilities to help with his last hitting. You see once Invoker gets more points in the Exort, his you know, last hits are going to go up as well. It makes it a probably once you hit, I'd say level 2 in Red Panda. Karka doesn't have a point in the W. No boots either. Coddle is just faster. He drops the ward for this. Sunstrike. Oh. Emo, you love to see it. Invokers getting picks across the map like that, just a further bounty, getting them closer and closer towards this. And that's going to be the start of the Lion Invoker combination with the Sunstrike, something we spoke about very early. And they're getting that chemistry going. Emo unconnects on top of the creep wave with the Lightning Storm. Emo's got to be careful. Got a stick charge, Fairy Fire as well. With the Lightning Storm, it's just not going to be enough. Still chasing him down, however. Leshrac moves incredibly fast, but the Split Earth is pump fakes here, so Emo will be fine. Looks like he might potentially just go back to base. They don't have a shrine, of course, still another minute. And something we see Leshrac's, at least position 2 Leshracs do quite often. Apologies. Flyby finding a very deep kill on the Lina. Something we see Leshrac's mid do quite often is that you level high points in your Lightning Storm. Emo, Cold Snap's gonna fly through. It could turn, but it's not gonna be able to get the stick off in time. Creep Wave just came in a little bit too late. DD with a solo kill on Emo mid. Nicely played from him. Didn't even use the Invis rune as well that he picked up, but you often see them, you know, side lane Leshracs, they put a lot more points in the Edict because you have potential to push down towers very early around the catapult wave. But the Lightning Storm just allows the Leshrac to have solo kill potential like that. I mean, you move incredibly fast. You see 331 compared to the 283 base movement speed. And the Lightning Storm just allows you to constantly, you know, close the distance. It's also a good setup for the Split Earth, and if you need potential to, you know, secure your range creep CS. Usually you just do it, you know, with the Split Earth, but either way. Red Panda. They don't have the stun. He's gonna run mid, but it looks like Invoker's just not in range to find the kill. Karka's still hot on the tail, however, but luckily enough for the Keeper of the Light. Moves pretty fast. Karka does have boots, however, but ain't gonna be able to get that kill. And in the meantime, puts a very deep Azure ward as well, so it's gonna scout any rotations up to the top side. But in the meantime, where's the Lina? Just sitting around mid. Gonna try and make a rotation, it looks like, to catch out Emo. Got a couple of heroes here. Karka's on the back line, but they're going to initiate forward here. LSA's on the mark. Perfect setup for the Split Earth, but Karka, can he keep him alive? However, Lightning Storm's going to fly. A little bit too late, however. A nice save from Karka, so they wanted the double nuke coming through from the Lightning Storm. That's slow as well potential, but he's going to be fine as well. Solved up. Meanwhile, let's take a look at the side lanes here. You see Centaur and the Riki both having a incredibly strong lane right now. Karka falls mid, but looks like Emo is going to be able to get the return kill on DD. Enough damage 3 points up in the Exor. He's got a Wex as well. Oh, this is interesting. You don't see this very much. Silence. Yeah, you don't see a lot Invokers picking up the early point in the Wex. So this is going to be very interesting. But I guess the potential Meatball's going to get dropped with the cold snap. September will be able to turn LSA. Should be enough. One more right click. Won't be enough. Wow, I thought he might actually be able to find the kill here. Top lane as well. JT falling pretty low. They get the chakra. DD's going to rotate it as well. Blinding light. Split Earth won't be able to fly, however, but they will get the void slow. So JT looks like he will eventually get brought down. A quick rotation from DD. In the meantime, give September, I mean, is struggling a little bit mid. So does have to be careful of Emo, but... Did he... Clarity? Did he just pop a Clarity and it get popped instantly? He had like something there, I'm pretty sure. They see Karka rotating. Uh-oh. It's gonna get scouted out. They know there's a ward in the area as well. Karka will get brought down. You see the tower started to right-click Karka straight away. A lot of the time, you see mid lane is actually wrapping around, and because the trees don't give you vision there. If you're hiding behind there, usually, of course, the trees will block the vision from the tower unless they do have a ward. So that's another thing you can check mid lane as well. You see, if you stand in there or around that area, then usually the tower won't have the aggro on you. It's just a way to check out if there is a ward in the area. I mean, regardless also, they straight away stunned out of vision. So that's also another thing to scout out if there's a ward there. That's a good way to recognize it. But bot lane, Fly. He's got the level 6 now. September is in the area. He's going to be pretty careful. They're going toe to toe. And September with rotation. LSA on the mark. A nice bait from Flyby. Just holds back. Waits for the silence to come through. Can't blink strike anywhere. In the meantime as well, Emo, they're not done just yet with the Stampede. It's going to give him a little bit of space here. But you see the pressure that DD's applying onto this Invoker. I mean, not having... I mean, 2-1, but only 31 last hits. We might see him start just meatballing the creep wave and then, you know, falling back to the jungle. Leshrax's got an invis and actually trying to catch him out here. Are there any rotations actually? Karkar's got a TP. JT is well. Is Courier? Uh-oh. What is on it actually? Windlace. Okay, so just to further help out against... I mean, this fairy pony moves incredibly fast here. DD. Karkar's on the backline as well. We'll be able to get the Observe Ward. I mean, more top. JT getting chased down here. They got the Void. Once again, he's going to go for the TP out, but the Illuminate to help out with the right clicks won't be enough. Oh, wow. I thought it may have been. Unlucky there. Maybe I don't know if that was fully charged Illuminate or not. It is only level 1. Treads on the Abaddon too, so quite often we see phase boots. This is very interesting. Looks like he just wants to tank up. I mean, I think phase boots have been getting nerfed quite heavy. You know, it's now down to 4 armor, I believe. Is anyone what phase Ricky does?
Bottom tower
yeah, 4 armor. Attack. So you see, I mean, 7.22G was on 6, got reduced down to 5, and yeah, it just keeps getting reduced down ever so slightly. So, you know, it's lately seeing a couple more heroes prioritize the treads. And in the meantime as well, they're giving Ollie some farm in the bot lane. Fly is trying to make rotations across the map. Can they find anything, however? With the ward, Sentry's not in the area, so they scout out Red Panda. Thanks to the ward, Karkar's also going to get scouted out here. Fly's going to think about diving. Sans comes to the last second here. Sunstrike will be off the mark as well. Do they want to turn? That's the question. Nightstalker, very high level. They got the double nuke coming through with a Void as well. Now Karkar might be in a situation. Pop the self, gets bursted instantly. And now DD on the side with the Stampede. It looks like it's going to give them a little bit of space. Fly will be fine as well. So they force the Stampede once again. In the meantime, they don't get anything out of that top lane, however. You just see this, you know, the potential of Fly might hang around for the experience, or even kill Red Panda. Sunstrike with one more right click, doop. Just a quick backstab finds the kill. Gets a lot of the experience as well. Nice Sunstrike from Emo. I mean, doesn't get the kill, but you know, the a little bit of the assist gold. Looks like he's closing in on the Midas as well, but they're going to try and put some pressure onto the tower mid. They have Alacrity, and in the meantime as well, Fly. Uh-oh, do they have detection? How do they find him? They drop a sentry, Split Earth, just a little bit off the mark. Can he blink strike away? It looks like he's going to be fine, and now in the meantime, Leshrax could have been a situation. They got the Sunstrike with Alacrity. We'll get sidestep, but I don't think it matters. Invoke ready and up. They get the Deafening Blast. Is it going to be enough to push him back? It looks like it isn't. And on the side, Red Panda's going to end up falling as well. Emo's going to go for the TP out, but won't be able to complete it. And now, Sparking Arrow and Fly. You don't want to go back there, man. Ooh, rough. September has Dust. Karkar, they're going to think about turning it. Karkar's level 6, but yeah. I was going to say, you probably don't want to use that one, buddy. Instead, September, he's going to hit him with the ultimate. Laguna played down. Surprised they hung in there around the area. I mean, in the meantime, you see bots getting pushed in. Flyby farming up incredibly well. Second in the net worth. JT as well takes the top tower. Hood now completed for the Centaur, and in the meantime as well, Flyby, he's working for his own Hood. I wonder if he picks up a Vlad's just to help out with the early game aggression that Dire are going to try and output. Like I said, they don't have a whole lot of, late game potential. But we're going to see Karkar. Here comes the level 6, just the power of being able to, rotating across the map with Finger of Death. Like I said, they should have kill potential on pretty much everyone this game. Abaddon, going to be a little bit difficult. Night Stalker as well is also very tanky, but they're going to try and find the Lesh. This is a hard kill. They need to wrap all the way around and use the Fog of War, but it looks like Lesh, she's going to get brought down here. Goes for the stun. The rock as well, but the Sunstrike is going to allow it to connect, and Finger of Death finds the kill. So they use a lot of ultimates for this down bot. Let's see if Dire can close anything out. Karkar's going to run out to the east side. Red Panda's falling low, actually. The Golem. One more right click, another Stampede. Nicely played. They hang around, but in the meantime, September's going to come around from the side. Has the Laguna Blade back up. Karkar falling low. A quick stun, but he doesn't have the TP, and it looks like Karkar, one more swing from the Abaddon. He's going to be able to find the kill. So they do get 2 kills out of it for Radiant. In the meantime, Emo gaining a little bit of increased farm. A little bit behind the Leshak, but still doing a very good job this game. He's actually going for the Yule Scepter next. So, there's quite often Dire, they have 2 natural Yule Scepter setups with the LSA and also the Split Earth. So the Yule Scepter instantly is going to be able to dodge these, I guess, the combination from both Dire. It's also a very good way to kite out the Night Stalker when he gets on top of you with the AoE silence. Use Yule Scepter and sprint away. But in the meantime, though, looks like Night Stalker is farming up incredibly well. This second night time, he's going to have the Aghanims potentially. Still about 1k gold behind, but he's got a minute 30 to work to till the next nighttime. Apologies. And meanwhile, September mid, nighttime's going to get popped here. He's going to rotate forward. They got to be careful. Hoof Stomp just off the mark. They could find this kill actually. And meanwhile, Sunstrike down bot. Emo, he's going to be able to claim that, but he might pay for his life here. Void's going to be enough damage, and they're going to continue chasing with the shield. Otherwise, they'll turn their attention actually to the support up to the north. Ollie is going to get chased down. Has the Shrine, but there's nothing this building can do to keep the Warlock alive. Another kill, and that's definitely going to help you out with getting closer and closer towards his Aghanim Scepter. A nice Dark Ascension. He's on cooldown for a little bit now, but he's going to go back to farming until he gets the Aghanims completed. This is a very good timing act. You see he's top of the net worth. Had a free farming lane pretty much. 79 last hits. It's also 3-0 and 3, so a very good time right now. Fly though. We see this Ricky, position 1, you kind of get phase boots and diffuser blade, and then you start making plays across the map. So I'm kind of surprised he's not really farming up too aggressively here. The diffuser blade is going to also be another great way to kite out the Night Stalker once he gets on top of you, of course, because it's going to be a while until he picks up the nullifier. Karkar's also going straight blink. I'm kind of surprised. I feel like he needs a 4-star. 4-star for Aethelins I think is really good this game. Just being able to have the increased cast range for being outside the silence vision. So September, Karkar, nice sidestep. Ollie's got 4 points in up here, but what's happening top? Uh-oh, JT. Pops the ultimate, stun's going to be the mark, but DD moves incredibly fast. Fly with the smoke, but it's not going to be enough. The Pulse Nova is going to be enough damage, and now Fly's going to be careful. A TP rotation, DD almost gets brought down. Karkar's got the ultimate. He's going to be able to get the second charge of the game for the Lion, but in the meantime, here comes the AoE Ags with the Chakram. The Chakra magic's so strong, man. That double nuke. This is looking scary right now. 5-0 and 4 on the Night Stalker, and already 1,000 gold after the Aghanim's completed.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
In the meantime, Emo still working on the defensive Yule Scepter, but we see just this Ricky's not really having not having too much of an impact across the game. I mean, it's looking really rough. They're about to have a pipe completed on the Abaddon. If this was someone else's bottle, I was gonna ask a question, but I probably won't be able to see the answer until after the game. I can't remember. That should... I'm pretty sure that's his bottle. Because if it wasn't, it would say the other person's name. Uh-oh. Ollie? Who wants the illusion? Looks like no one will get it. Deny it. Ollie, deny it. You know you're not surviving. Surely deny it. Another kill. Unstoppable streak for the Night Stalker. And here comes the pressure onto the tower. I guess at nighttime, Night Stalker's pretty good at pushing towers. Just because, you know, 4 points in the Hunter in the night. And he's got pretty good damage as well. But he's not done just yet. They find the Invoker. Does he have Dust? He doesn't. But I guess he's just going to try and get on top of the Invoker with the Silence. But they can keep pushing. I mean, you have the Abaddon with the utility. It's going to send you in the front line. Diabolic Edict as well. Going to make sure they get rid of the trees where you can TP into out of vision. Radiant, how do they defend this without a way to start the fights here? Looks like they're going to lead with Karka. They're about to have Stampede as well, but they've got to be careful. Fatal Bonds connects onto all of them here. Flyby able to purge it off straight away, but the stun will be on the Centaur. Hasn't popped the hood just yet with the Split Earth connecting. A Tornado with the Rock on the backline as well. Is it enough? However, meanwhile, Firefly is going to try and control the Lina, but is it enough? However, JT finally pops a Stampede, but the Scepter Ricky is going to get control, and the Silence is enough. They bring him down with the Laguna Blade. Ricky drops, and they're not done just yet. Only underneath the tower. A stun from Karka is off the mark, and he's going to pay the consequence here because they're not done just yet. A quick Scepter will give them a little bit of space. But it looks like right now, Radiant, they just don't have the early game aggression lineup to be able to hold Sparking Gaming right now.
Middle tower has fallen.
And right now, boys over on there are looking incredibly strong. Sparking Arrow. And all of a sudden, he's actually just going BKB next on the Night Stalker. And they're just going to continue the farm. I mean, they see 2 heroes down bot. This is a Blink picked up on Centaur. Here comes the Silence, a very early one at that, but Centaur, Blink, is ready and waiting. Still just going to hide in the trees. Stun with the Hoof Stomp, they get the Sunstrike as well. Finger of Death, but he's going to be fine. I mean, Night Stalker's so tanky, 2600 HP. Look at the Ignis, connects onto 4. They need to deal with it fast enough, but it looks like they won't be able to. A buyback coming through from the Lion. Will it be enough? Tricks as a trade, but look how much damage up will they have. The Chakra on top of the Void, and they're not done just yet. Light Strike Array holds the Centaur in place. Triple kill for the Leshrac. And I mean, I thought Dire just... I knew they had this early game aggression, but I thought they were kind of going to lack some... at least some pushing potential, but... It honestly feels like this nighttime has gone on for 10 minutes. They're just not done. They're going to walk higher ground, and they know Radiant can't do anything about it. In 2600 HP Night Stalker, and all of a sudden they get tier 3 tower. It's 18 minutes in. It's a 10k gold net worth lead. And honestly, it's going to keep growing. All of a sudden, Firefly, he's got a Diffuser Blade, but he's just so squishy, it doesn't matter. I'd honestly like to see a gem in one of these slots. Well, at Dust this early, he'll be able to get gem later. Look at the level as well. I mean, Invoker's doing reasonably well on the level, but it's just going to be so long until he gets his Aghanims. And now Firefly also might get caught out here. They scout him out with the Sentry. The Silence will be there, so he can't Blink Strike anywhere. And down he goes. They pop the Stampede as well. Invictus Gaming, they are crumbling now. Their shrines are open. The top one active as well. There's just nothing they can do. You see September, he's already got the Aether Lens with the level 10 talent. So there's just increased cast range. It's just being able to use, you know, the potential to stun just out of vision is so incredible on the Lina. And he's got a 4-stuff as well, so it's just going to allow them to kite out the Ricky smoke screen, kite out the Diffuser Blade, and also, I mean, the slow coming through from the upheaval. Radiant smoke to try and catch someone down bot with the bounties, but it's just nothing. They can't do anything. It is daytime now, so we might see the boys over on Dire play a little bit more passive for the next couple of minutes. I mean, they do have a fair bit of gold. Leshrac going for the BKB. Often when we see such a good start like this, they might just go straight Bloodstone potentially, but I mean, maybe they just want to end it with this fast BKB pickup. Sunstrike just scouting out Roche, but right now, I mean, does Dire even want to... I mean, they can keep pushing if they want to. They have Dark Ascension, so really there's nothing to fear. I wouldn't mind a Medallion getting picked up so they can take Roche, but it looks like they might even still be able to do it without a Medallion. I mean, they're just so strong right now. Usually you wouldn't expect this to be a lineup that's able to push Roche on, or at least pressure it around 21 minutes, but it doesn't matter. They're able to, and all Radiant are get outing this of They haven't even taken a bot tower yet. I mean, Dire, if they want, they can defend it. I mean, Coddle has a TP if he wants to go down and spam Illuminate, but they can mass TP if they want, but it looks like they won't. So Roshan will drop. They give it over to DD. No surprise. I mean, I don't think this Night Stalker ever dies. 7-0 and 10. He's just so far ahead. Maybe he dives a little bit too deep. They could blow Aegis potentially. There's a blink on JT. Karkar's getting set up as well, but they scout him out here. Sunstrike as well. They need to get in range, and looks like they're going to be able to blow him up here, but Ignis connects onto one. Stampede, will it be enough, however? Blink's still on cooldown for a little while longer. He's just got to go for a TP out straight away. Very ambitious TP, but Aegis down now, so that is big for them. They pop the Dark Ascension as well. I kind of hope Firefly doesn't go with Blink. There is so much potential of just, you know, blinking out a Trickster trade. It's very strong. But I think it's not gonna help at all, man. He's just gonna get bursted down with how squishy he is. No. The good thing is, like I said, they get Aegis, so it's gonna at least halt Dire potentially with any further up aggression. But, you know, they're probably gonna be 12k ahead after this shrine, and they are. So even with how well they're doing with the farm, they're just so far ahead, and they've got to know this as well. Looks like they're just gonna hang around, like I said, just farm up this daytime. It does give Radiant a little bit of space across the map, just some breathing room, especially with the Dark Ascension being on cooldown now. But Nullify is going to be the next item of choice. And usually we see Night Stalkers, I mean, their big, you know, power spike is pretty much Aghanims, and then maybe their item afterwards as well, whether it's a Blink or BKB. And they don't get Nullify usually till late, because that's the biggest way to kite out a Night Stalker, is just 4-star Fuel Scepters, just being able to get out of that AoE silence. But now the Night Stalker will have so much control, and Emo's just going to be food for him. Closing in on the Aghanims, he's probably going to be forced to buy out for it and not have buyback, so it's going to be a tough game. He went for the Forge Spirits as well. Kind of surprised instead of the Summon, but maybe he just wants to help with the Forge Spirit to push out the map. He's just going to sit in base. Maybe Sunstrike some creeps and just allow the Forge Spirits to get enough gold. I mean, unlucky for them. Massive Pyrus, unfortunately, but this top lane, you don't really want to be out, I tell you what. Because they're going to smoke up. Dark Ascension about to come off cooldown. But JT once again just posturing around this bottom side. Has an idea where they are. Oh, September. I don't think they have enough damage. Sunstrike. They need Retaliate Stacks, and he pops it. Okay, with 13 Retaliate Stacks, it's going to be enough. Now they're forced to Stampede. Ollie's going to run down to the south, but they hatch him and Karkar as well. Can he get the TP out? They get the vision thanks to the Night Stalker, and it looks like Karkar is going to slowly get chased down. They give him the Chakra. Uh-oh, Karkar. Another kill. Godlike spree right now for the Night Stalker. Just the Chakra magic, man. It's so strong. We're seeing this, the spam of the void coming through. Oh boy. And all of a sudden, it's going to be nighttime very shortly. So they find the kill on the Lina. Who got the kill? It was JT. So that's a lot of gold considering Lina. 4-2 and 13. He's now pipe completed. And we'll be going for the BKB next. Was that a gem I just saw? Yeah, gem on the Keeper of the Light as well. I love this pickup. Keeper of the Light is one of the best gem carriers because, of course, the Illuminate does give you vision. And also, I mean, Night Stalker is super strong as well. Whenever you just pop Dark Ascension for the unobstructed vision. Night Stalker Ags with gem, like way back when it gave you incredible amounts of vision, used to be so strong. But now I imagine they'll probably just keep it on the Coddle. Oh, this is another thing to mention as well. Back in the good old day, back in the day when Keeper of the Lights, rushed Aghanims just with the potential of having this daytime heal, you'd used to never see Night Stalker with the Coddle, because both these heroes wanted the complete opposite. Night Stalker wanted nighttime, and then Keeper of the Light wanted daytime for the healers. But now that Coddle doesn't really pick up the Aghanims, it's not a big issue anymore. You see these heroes, becoming more popular in the same drafts together. Ricky Illusion scouting them out. Looks like they will TP out as well. So Invoker, Aghanim's completed, has enough gold for buyback, but this is it. I mean, here comes this push. It's a massive net worth lead right now. 11k keeps fluctuating around the 11 to 12k. But this is where this nighttime honestly could just be the one to end it all. they might not see another daytime on Radiant, honestly, with the 81% win probability. And they're going to let the Night Stalker frontline fly. Oh, they have the gem. Can he blink strike away? However, that's a question. The Silence is going to stop this. They have the Stampede, but do they want to pop it for it? BKB is going to get used. Looks like Firefly will be fine. Hasn't popped the blink strike just yet. We'll use it at the last second. Ignis does get used to be BKB on the Night Stalker as well, so they trade BKBs. Not a huge fan of the Boots of Travel pickup personally right now for Emo. You need buyback, man. Like, how... I don't know what he's really going to be able to get with the Boots of Travel. You can just send your Forge Spirits down the lanes. He's got a blink on Night Stalker, but without BKB, going to be a little scary to dive. I'm still surprised they don't have Red Panda with the gem. Does he drop it as well? Oh, they're just going to do this. Charge it up. I see nothing's there. I believe if you drop the gem, it does give you vision as well, so you can check if there's wards on the high ground. I've been seeing a lot of players do this. I'm not sure if it's the same thing, actually. Lean it down bot with the Sunstrike. Invoker's going to TP forward. The creeps tank up the Sunstrike, but it doesn't matter. Fly's on the backline. There's going to be TP rotation, however, they glyph up the creep wave. Nicely played. And Midas just a little too late for Emo, so Lestrak can't TP in fast enough. A quick blink away. Not something we see too often on Lestraks, honestly. Picking up a blink, but... you know, maybe the potential to follow up with the blink yours for a setup. Firefly's got to be really careful with his positioning, though. Actually, Emo as well. They're going to run straight into him. Doesn't have a BKB, but a quick Use Scepter will it be enough? Kharkov, quick force stuff away. They get the movement speed coming through from the Ghost Walk, but in the meantime, avoid and blink forward. JT can't catch him, but Mimo on the backline instead. They find the Coddle. A great fight for Radiant right now. They're going to drop the rock, but will it be enough? Tornado flies. It's going to control them here. Flyby in the middle of the whoa. A buyback coming through for the lean up. BKB is going to get traded as well. Will the Stampede be enough, however, for Radiant to disengage here? They drop the smoke, but it looks like JT is going to get brought down. A quick rotation. Lean on joins the fray with the Boots of Travel. Looked like a good fight right now. I mean, Radiant, they find all the squishy heroes, and then apart from that, you just don't kill the Night Stalker or the Abaddon. I mean, 1900 HP on Abaddon. He's pretty much got 2 lives. Night Stalker as well has 2800 HP. The gem is also... oh, do you see that? The gem is also just because, I mean, Night Stalker is really the one starting the fights, and he's always going to be in the middle of it, on top of the Riki and the Invoker. Coddle's a lot better for D-warning, but fighting-wise then... just going back, I like to, you know, if I talk about something earlier and then, you know, change my mind or something. I don't know. I like to talk about it, you know? It sounds really bad. Fly. That's a massive range. Blink forward, DD. And try and catch him here. They have the Finger of Death if they want to Sunstrike, but Kharkov with the 4-staff down, but they move incredibly fast. Red Panda. They got the Yule Scepter. A great setup, but a good 4-staff once again with the pipe. DD's on the high ground. He's going to be incredibly careful here, but... I mean, oh my lord. Oh no. This is the disaster you see. Leshrak's max movement speed, 550, man. Boots of Travel, Yule Scepter, Yasha and Kaya with the movement speed. This man is so fast right now. And how do they control him? I mean, Radiant do have a lot of movement speed slows, but... does Stampede, is it 550 movement speed, or is it even more than that? At max speed. So yeah, so this Lesh is just going to be able to complete the chase. They're still once again trying to set up with JT. Nice scan connects. DD as well, just setting up a quick Yule Scepter. Nicely played. Already had that pre-casted on the ground, but a quick blink away. Emo can't close the distance. That was an incredible Yule Scepter timing. Just kept spamming it for the rune, and it's going to allow him to back up. And he will be going for the Hex next as well, so the blink potential into that Hex. The good thing is that Radiant, the game goes longer and longer. You know, the more farmed this Invoker gets, you know, the closer he gets to BKB. The only issue is that Fly is very far behind. You see, behind the enemy team's position 3 right now. And does he provide that much damage throughout the team fight? That's the question, really. They're going to be really reliant on a Fatal Bonds combination, I think, for Radiant and a big rock. But with the Nullify, they're going to try and take a fight here, Fly. It's got to be careful. Radiant smoke up as well, but they're going... Dark Ascension's up in 10 seconds. They're going to try and link up with the Invoker up top, it looks like. Let him push the lane in, see if someone baits for this. Radiant. Oh, Dire are actually well aware potentially of the movement. They're going to sit on the high ground, but they're fighting on a Dire Observe ward. Emo as well has got to run upwards. In fact, they're going to be able to find him. Dark Ascension gets popped. A nice short scepter, but the Nullifier's going to bring back down straight away. They pop the Ignis, but this Stampede enough movement speed for the Invoker to survive. It doesn't look like it is. He's going to end up falling. It does have buyback, however, but it doesn't matter. Radiant, they need to try and disengage here. 2 heroes down. They'll find the Cuddle. Meanwhile, on the backline as well, Oli gets brought down. A double kill for the Leshrac, and they're not done just yet. Another Nullifying coming out. Centaur drops 4 kills, a beyond godlike spree right now for your Leshrac. Just nothing they can do against the pony. And I mean, Radiant, they do have buyback, but you know, when the Invoker gets caught like that without BKB, they're going to be forced to buy back here. They pop the rock for it as well. It is daytime, lucky enough for them with the glyph, but isn't enough, however. 70% miss rate in the smoke. He went for the minus cooldown as well, so you just constantly spam this out. Doing as much as he can to protect the racks. They're going to try and hold this Invoker buyback. That's the main thing. One lane of racks, it's not the worst. You can deal with it. Definitely not something to fear. Ollie. Oh, you love that. Warlock, get in some farm. You know, it's a hard position 5 here. You gotta love seeing some of these supports get in some farm. Good old Selv and Clarity still there in his backpack and inventory as well. But now, Dire, 20k gold net worth lead. And it just keeps dwindling for Radiant. It's getting lower and lower. Probably dwindling is not the right word. I should say, you know, the lead for Dire just keeps growing and growing right now. And, I mean, what can they do? They're going to smoke up once again. They got Dark Ascension up in 10 seconds. They're going to try and find Firefly here. A nice A-Influence with the casting. Oh my lord, Ricky gets obliterated and not done just yet. Lion with the Eul Scepter's going to hold him in place, but DD's going to try and catch JT, but he's got the movement speed, so this Stampede's completely useless. JT, he's just got nowhere to go. They pop the Dark Ascension. This game, it's just looking so rough. That's a dieback for JT. Top's getting pushed in from Emo. He's also bored out for his BKB. He doesn't even have enough gold yet, so he can't join them down bot. And in fact, they just find Oli. Eul Scepter's there for the setup. He's going to end up falling once again. They get the gem. Okay, so the gem has been reclaimed, but still, I mean, Emo, he can't join them because he doesn't have BK, and I guess, I mean, his team's completely dead, so not a whole lot he can do. A full lane of racks down bot. They're just going to mega them right now, it looks like. Radiant probably have one more hold. Emo's got to be careful if he gets caught as well, because they got these blink initiations. Warlock will buy back. So they hold the full megas here. But I mean, Dire, considering they do all that, even though it's still daytime. Dark Ascension, man. The power of this Night Stalker. He is so strong. And he's almost level 25 as well, whether he wants a Dark Ascension cooldown or the 110 Hunter in the night. Radiant. This feels like quite the desperation smoke if you do ask me. Who do say so myself? Warlock. Let's see. Wait, did they pick up their own gem? Yeah, okay, that's their own gem. That's why he's so poor. I was going to say, because he's pretty close to Force. There is no way that happens. No way in hope and heck. I'm going to try and get aggressive. I mean, in the next 10 seconds, it's nighttime, and then this game's pretty much over. What the heck is that? What? That ward's been there for ages as well. When did they use that? Firefly, blink forward. We'll be able to get the Hex out. Lion's going to get brought down instantly here. There's nothing you can do. Nullifier off to the side as well, but the BKB comes through just before. Now Karga's in the situation. Stampede's going to be able to keep him live. They drop the rock. The gem's down as well, but doesn't matter. Meanwhile, JT on the side. They find the Leshrac. That's a big kill, but is it enough? Emo's going to go for the TP up. BKB's about to expire, but they don't have the damage anyway. Now they're not done just yet, however. Nullifier's going to come through. They got the movement speed zone. It looks like Centaur's in a bit of a situation. We'll have 4 stuff up surely, but he doesn't get it off in time. They still have a gem, and they also catch Firefly. Might be able to get the Diffusal Blade. And no blink follow-up, so they'll be able to back off here. Gem gets picked up. Radiant's still in the area. They double back. They got to be careful. Emo without BKB. Uh-oh, Firefly blink forward. They get the silence. Nullifier as well. The BKB is going to get popped, so the stun won't connect. They can't control the Night Stalker. They're just going to constantly chase them down. It's 4 dead on Radiant. A beyond godlike spree. They don't have buyback. It's only for the Lion. And this could be it. With the double siege, gonna walk inside the base. Minus the catapult. I guess a little bit too far away. Tornado EMP. Gonna try and delay this, but it looks like this could just be it. It's gonna be full megas. A 27k gold net worth lead. The tier 4s are in shambles as well right now. They've got ages to fall back on if they really need it. How do they hold megas? They don't. They've got no one to hold megas. They might just be talking over the game, honestly, because I don't see how they hold this. Not with their lineup at all. You know, Ricky doesn't have any wave clear. Invoker can't deal with megas. Not with, I mean, probably needs full levels and maybe an item like a Shiva's or a Maelstrom. Once they get inside the base, this is going to make it very difficult. Age is now down. Night Stalker's going to pick it up. Still has not died just yet. Looks like he wants to go this game without a death. And they're going to follow the creeps, the big boys inside the base here. Invoker with the buyback. Lion's got his own buyback as well. This is going to be one hell of a hold considering they don't have Golem for another 40. They're going to smoke up a blink forward. They get the ward straight away. Going to slowly try and dwindle down the mana. And here comes their last high ground siege. And just with the Solar Crest, looks like they'll just turn their attention to the buildings. The good thing, Fly, he can delay this enough with the smoke screen, but meanwhile, down to the south, the blink 4, they're going to be able to catch a Kodo. The Ignis gets dropped tower, but is it enough? Ghost Scepter's going to be able to keep Red Panda alive, and meanwhile, Invoker has just used all his duration of the BKB. He's going to be forced to get inside the base, but will he get there in time? In the meantime, off to the east, they find that Ricky is going to get obliterated here. He does not have buyback, and they know this is over. The G's get dropped. Holy moly, Sparking Arrow, steamroll Invictus Gaming. This didn't look close. What a Night Stalker position 1. I mean, we've seen it, you know, pretty recently. TNC, kind of the team to pick up, or I guess maybe bring to light the power of this Night Stalker position 1. And wow, I mean, Sparking Arrow, they made it work, man. It looked super, super good. They just had so much early game potential. This Leshrac, DD had an incredible game as well. Solo killing Emo mid. And they just scaled. I mean, Invictus Gaming, they didn't have the lineup. This Ricky felt a little... I mean, felt a little interesting. A little odd, questionable. We didn't really see what the Ricky potential could have. You know, like... This hero doesn't flash farm. You need to get kills. You need to just snowball through kills. And... you know, pro teams like this, the reason why we don't see too much Ricky is that you get countered. You buy sentries, you buy dust. You know, these pro teams, you know, they're not like your pub matches. You know, the supports aren't going to play greedy and buy items. You know, they will get detection. We saw them pick up an early gem, and just Ricky had a rough game. They just didn't have any way to stall out the game. You need heroes to stall the game when you have an Invoker so he can come online late. You know, a potential at doing this is having solo kill potential with the Lion and the Centaur. They just didn't have any way to defend the base, you know, with the Ricky, a wall, like, they just had no wave clear, that's it. Sparking Arrow just ran at them. They were incredibly fast as well. I love this Leshrac build, you know, being 550 movement speed. We've seen this Leshrac build time and time again, but, you know, sometimes they like to not pick it up as fast or maybe go for different items, but it just completely counteracted the Stampede. But regardless, Sparking Arrow, they're going to take game 1 in this best of 3. One more will secure them a qualification spot to the LAN. Invictus Gaming, they're going to try and set up for a game 3. But ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back very shortly after a quick break.
Radiant team ban.
Sparking Arrow, one game away of qualifying to the Iron Master Cup. That game 1 performance with the Night Stalker core, steamrolling Invictus Gaming. Can they end it here? A clean 2-series sweep, coming back from their earlier deficit, well, their earlier loss, a 2-0 at the start of the day. And to set the draft up, we're going to see an Earthshaker for them. No Lena this time. IG will get rid of that. They cut it straight away. No Lena is going to get picked up now. But however, I mean, they don't ban the Night Stalker, still in the pool. We see the Void's gone. Templar Assassin still in the pool.
Radiant team pick.
They're going to ooh, okay. Ancient Apparition. Let's go. We see a lot of the time the AAs, there could be an Ancient Apparition with a Rubik. I mean, Kaka Rubik got banned out last game. Very good into the Earthshaker. Fissure's an incredible ability to steal, just to make plays across the map with it.
Dire team pick. Dire team.
There's the go. There's the Rubik. Alright, and now we could just see the Morphling. They do it instantly. Okay. The Morphling's a little rough to play into the Ancient Apparition with the Ice Blast, but, I mean, this is just a classic Earthshaker Morphling. Just the classic 1-2 punch combination. They do it all. I mean, we might see maybe...
10 seconds remaining.
You know, maybe we'll see like
5 seconds remaining.
I was going to say like a Wraith King, potentially a Chaos Knight, I think. Chaos Knight could be pretty good with an Ancient Apparition coming online very early to provide some pressure, because the issue right now that oh, they ban, okay, OD, just, yeah, you see, you pick a Morphling, you ban OD. That's pretty much what the, you know, what the formula is. But like I was saying, with an Ancient Apparition, you're really trying to get the most out of this hero with you know, with the follow-up stun in your lane. You have a position 1 who has a stun, sets up for that cold feet to proc. You've got a crap load of kill potential. So I would like to see IG go for a stun for Fly. Someone like a Wraith King, a Chaos Knight. We won't really see Svens anymore. But yeah, there are a couple of examples that I think are strong. We've seen Lifestealers, but I think Lifestealer versus Morphling is a horrible matchup. You know, Morphling usually wants to replicate the Earthshaker, but if you want to use your replicate on the Lifesteal, then you get you get a free BKB, you get Lifesteal. It's just incredible, and we actually see the Night Stalker getting banned out as well. A very good matchup versus the Morphling, and it's just incredibly strong right now as a position 3 regardless. And also, I mean, Sparking Arrow kind of just showed what this hero can do, like in even a position 1 role, and maybe IG just put it on a 3. Like, regardless, his hero is just, he's
10 seconds
yeah, he's gonna get nerfed to say the least in the next patch. He's gonna get pretty dumpstered, I'd say.
5 seconds remaining.
Whatever they did with the Aghanim's, this hero's definitely been revived, and he's quite the one to play. You know, a lot of people like spamming him right now. Some pretty free MMR, I would say. But what do we got? Potentially getting banned out. So, looking for the position 5 for Sparking. We might see a Keeper of the Light getting banned out potentially. I'd like to... I want Sparking Arrow to go for a very strong laning support. Maybe that's why they ban out the Ogre. They get rid of the Undying as well. So we'll probably see a Centaur getting picked up. Centaur Rubik. Very strong lane. Kill potential on the Morphling. Centaur's probably one of the most decent offlane matchups against the Morphling, I should say. You got a lot of kill potential. You do a lot of damage to him as well. You're able to bring him down. I think you have solo kill potential as well. I mean, if you catch him not strength morph, then pretty much everyone does. But just with the Retaliate, you're really strong. You don't care about getting right clicked.
5 seconds remaining.
But with the Undying ban, like I said, I think with the Morphling, he's really weak in the lane, so you want to pair him up with a really strong laning support. And examples of that is the Ogre Magi, the Undying.
Radiant team pick.
And they go, there we go. There's another really strong laning support. They pick up the Bane. Incredible dodge potential. I honestly would have preferred maybe like a... I was going to say like a Shadow Demon just to give them a little bit of protection for the Ancient Apparition Ice Blast, but I think a Bane's a lot better of a laner, and you can also kite someone through the Stampede.
10 seconds remaining.
This also, you know, whenever a centaur runs it, you just nightmare him, or you're able to
5
purge off a
seconds
stun because the
remaining.
nightmare. It's just a really good Bane game, honestly. We don't really see this hero too much right now, just because, I mean, it doesn't provide you with any, you know, no pushing. It doesn't have wave clear. Not the greatest stun because it's really only your ultimate, but the good thing is why Bane gets picked up a lot. It's just because of how strong you are in the laning stage. And I wonder if we'll start seeing like off-lane Banes. I wonder how that'll work out. Like, you know, Brain Sub's a pretty stupid ability, honestly, just being able to trade. But IG, wonder what they want to pick for here. So, you know, they're looking for their position 1 and their position 2. Gyro is banned. Don't really want to see Gyro into a Morphling, however. Void's also taken care of. Like I said, probably Chaos Knight or Wraith King, I think I really like with the Ancient Apparition. You want someone with a stun to work, to pair up with the Cold Feet, trying to get the most out of that in the lane. And they will Sven. That's another one. I think I brought it up at the start, but I said we don't see too many Svens. And we're actually going to get a Bristleback, so even though that's into an Ancient Apparition, kind of surprising. AA is really good against tanky heroes that rely on, you know, regen. And, I mean, it's going to be a big nuisance for the Bristleback, but looks like they're pretty content, actually. I feel like AA is a good matchup. I guess they don't really have any Spirit Vessel carrier as well. Rubik doesn't really want to go Spirit Vessel. You really like Aetherlands, you know, Blink Force, etc. And Centaur goes a lot more utility into initiation, and also Sven is just full physical. So, you know, Bristol's going to have a pretty good time here. They can still pick Keeper of the Light. I wonder if they ban it. No, they don't. I guess you can have like an Earthshaker Coddle lane. That's a little rough. Or you put the more Earthshaker mid and go Bristleback Coddle lane. But they don't have last pick, and having they banned the Viper. I guess just for the Nether Toxin for the Bristleback. Templar Assassin, is that banned? That was CM. So it is going to be a core Earthshaker. Crystal Maiden for the mana is going to be incredibly strong for the Bristleback and the Earthshaker as well. I mean, just in general, all these heroes love having additional mana. And IG, they're looking for their position 2 here. Ember Spirit could be a little rough. Into Earthshaker, I'm not a huge fan, just with the long stun that you have. Emo's hero needs to come online pretty early, because the Morphling, once he gets Ags, is going to be a big nuisance. You're not going to have that OD. They will oh my lord, I have not seen this hero in yonks. I honestly... Is that a hero? Is that even a hero anymore? Holy crap, I haven't seen Shadow Fiend in years. It's a mid Bristleback. That's fairly rough, right? Going into Shadow Fiend? That's a lot of magic damage. Let's hope Shadow Fiend can come online early enough. I mean... I can never not... I mean, the past couple of days, I've seen this Earthshaker Morphling, you know, combination lose more than a handful of times. They get the lead and then they just dive too far and throw. But I do know what this what this combination can do, and right now, I mean, we don't really see Sven too much. The hero just kind of falls off a little bit as the game goes later. I feel like this Shadow Fiend has to be a magical damage Shadow Fiend. You've got to go like Blink yours. I don't know. They have control for the Sven BKB, which is the main thing. They at least do have a stun lane. That's what I wanted with the Sven Ancient Apparition. So the Earthshaker's going to have a rough time. I just don't know how a Bristleback lanes versus Shadow Fiend. Like, Shadow Fiend's got massive amount of magic damage with the razors. I guess the first wave's going to be the big difference maker. We'll see if Shadow Fiend, you know, if he wants to go raise level 1 or if he wants to pick up the souls. I can't remember. How's Bristleback's base damage? I think it's like 40 something with Quelling Blade. Maybe low 50s, so it's not that good against Shadow Fiend. I guess it's better than Shadow Fiend's starting damage, but you know, if he picks up a Quelling Blade, then of course it's gonna help out. I love Karkar's set as well. How can IG lose? I mean, it's a Karkar Rubik. This man, we've been seeing some incredible plays from his Rubik as of late. That's a cute as dog. Well, that's not a good way to start. Alright. Let's see. Oh my lord. I get that, guys. Zoomed in like anything. So this is going to be interesting. Let's see. DD 53. He's not going Quelling Blade. What? How? Against the Shadow Fiend starting. What the... is this... I feel like you just secure... I guess Shadow Fiends now just go Razors, so it doesn't matter. Usually they always get their souls anyway. But I mean, maybe you just secure the first couple of first couple of waves.
Bright and breezy. Bright and breezy.
That's interesting. A lot of melee mids usually go Stout Quelling Blade. He picked up a Salve as well. Maybe that's an accident. Unless they want the Salve to start. Maybe he wants to try and pressure out with the Bounty Rune. They do have a lot of kill potential with their lineup. Let's see. Oh, 210. I didn't know that was it. Alright, let's go. We are underway. Game 2, ladies and gentlemen. Sparking Arrow looking to secure this. Oh, no. Oh, we're back to the stutter. No, guys. We had one game of no lag. That was it. One game of no lag. Oh, it felt so good. Now we've gone back to it. Oh, I apologize. Get ready for the slideshow. Oh boy. Fingers crossed. I guess I didn't cross my toes as well last game. That was the issue. That's why I just... that was it. All you guys didn't cross your fingers and your toes. I blame you all. I'm very surprised Firefly didn't pick up a mango. Considering they have a lot of kill potential in the lane with the Ancient Apparition. I'm very surprised at that. Usually with... he wants a Calling Blade to start. Yeah, usually with... if you're... wait, hang on. By the time the creeps would get there, he'd pretty much have Calling Blade. Maybe he'd miss it for like the first creep? Trying to think. Bounties are 40 at the start, right? What, they're gonna get 2? Yeah, I guess even then he wouldn't if he had the mango. So after the first wave he would, but yeah, like I said, I mean, they got a lot of kill potential for this lane with the Ancient Apparition, but now having no mango, I mean, you don't have to see him as well. You see, it uses 110. He can only chuck out 2 right now, 2 Stormhammers. So what do? They get 2 bounties? Hello? What? Hello? There's guys? What just happened? Well, he's definitely not going to have the Calling Blade now. What the hell? Oh boy, IG. They get 1. Oh, yikers. And now Firefly. He's also just going to get pressured here as well. Crystal Nova. Oh my lord, the Fissure. He's going to force a lot of Tangos to get out of this. He's just stuck. Crystal Nova's going to be up very shortly as well. Firefly might just get brought down here, and he will. So they get that first blood there because they didn't get the bounty rune, and he was forced to stay longer by the side shop. He brings a sentry out as well. Drops it. Oh no. What a disaster of a first minute right now for Invictus Gaming. Holy crap. Alright, so it looks like Emo did pick up Razor's level 1 considering he's already out of mana. DD as well is going straight for the bottle. So just going to help out with the Quill Spray. Ah, now, dude, it makes you feel when you go back to when you go to a game that's not lagging and then you go back to a game that is, it makes you, oh, DD. It makes you just, so happy and just, you don't take it for granted. You take no games for granted anymore. That's it. That's what I'm trying to say. You just, every game that doesn't lag that I cast, I will never take for granted now. Oh boy. Unfortunately, nothing we can do. The servers always had some difficulties. Fortunately, just a bit of an issue with the region right now. Not their fault. It's just, you know, something hopefully Gaben can fix in the future, but cold feet. A little bit missed time. Flyby will be fine, but here you go. Fly. I mean, doesn't have a lot of mana regen, and you already see, I mean, pretty much down. Can only use 2 of these, remember, so they don't have that much kill potential now down bot, considering. Fusion's going to fly through as well, September, with the Storm Hammer. Getting brought very low. Cold Feet's not going to proc. Crystal Nova does drop, but it looks like Fly. And we're playing with Fly and Fly. Like, it's just confusing me here. Fly versus Fly. Who's going to be more Fly? So triggered. So cringe. How's mid going? Shadow Fiend, 13 souls. Bristleback looks like he's just going to go back and stack. Is Oli doing the old Shooparoo to the side and denying? They do scout him out if they want to TP. Do they? Looks like CM's already TP'd. Earthshaker's got his own. Is that worth it? Getting a kill? I guess it's not first blood. Maybe if it was first blood, you would. Interesting. Yeah, because they knew that was coming. I mean, they had the ward on the high ground. He places a ward at the very end as well. Maybe they would have scouted out his items. I don't know. Maybe they're a little bit too busy there. Regardless. DD. So they got the bottle. He has a regen. Emo. How's he going? 630 gold in the bank. So closing in on his own bottle as well. We're going to see Bristleback once again just fall back and try and get the stacks. Did they block that? Is that blocked? It is. So Radiant blocked it. I mean, he should be able to recognize this. Yep, it's going to get dewarded instantly. He missed the stack as well. Should be able to get this one. Or can he double it? Okay, so he does at least get that. And looks like he's just going to jungle instead, maybe? What's he doing here? So they're giving the lane over to Emo. Who with a haste is going to try and scout out potentially any stacks or anything that's going on. He might actually be able to find the kill on Bristle. I mean, 3 points in the razors, of course. If he can line them up, it's a lot of magical damage. Just going to go for the TP out instantly. Yeah, DD. Little too healthy. Even if Bristleback's set up for that long range raise, it just wouldn't be enough. Bristle's still going to be careful. I guess his haste is now over, so... Emo doesn't really miss a whole lot. Meanwhile, down bot, September falling low with the war cry. It's going to be enough to keep Fly alive. And it looks like Oli able to get the last right click. And now Flyby's going to be careful here. Going to get aggressive on Fly. Looks like they will be fine. I should just say Fly, not Fly 1 and Fly 2. I was going to say, imagine if Fly is in this game as well, but I don't think that would ever happen. Flyby. Around the high ground. Cold Feet's going to proc. September on the backline as well. Flyby is taking a lot of damage here, but I guess Sven doesn't have a lot of mana. A nice 2-man fissure. Ollie's going to pay the consequence, and Fly can't actually run up the high ground here. So the Crystal Nova is going to be up very shortly here. Pops the stick charges. Has the shrine as well. Will the movement speed be enough, however? Looks like he's fine. Just makes it back. That bonus speed coming in from the Warcry is fine. And meanwhile, mid lane, DD didn't get any of the bounty runes, so this man's having a rough time. You see Emo just bullying him out right now, and this is kind of what I thought the lane would go as a Shadow Fiend. Just you pull out the Bristleback because of the razors. Good thing for the Bristle is that he can farm off very efficiently. We'll probably see him do a couple of stacks down here thanks to the quills. Firefly, oh, Chant Totem. That's the Storm Hammer, but falling low. More movement speed slows coming through. They have the Enchant Totem ready and waiting, but I don't think the Earthshaker will be able to close the distance. You get the... Alright, so we got a double stack at least. It's going to be able to farm these. In the meantime, Kaka puts a very deep Observe board. I don't know if they scouted this out. We're a couple of pings coming through. And in the meantime, looks like they're just going to give the lane to CM. So she'll get some experience here. Trying to at least drag the creeps off the tower as well with the Crystal Nova. Meanwhile, Kaka is going to wrap around. Telekinesis can't get set up in time, however. It looks like September just able to get out of range. Meanwhile, this push on the tower is going to come through. I mean, Kaka's still in the tree, so September is going to get brought down here. Telekinesis back. Going to try and set up with the razors. Nice body blocks. Does he actually fall here? He's going to try and juke out two in between the trees. Gets a frostbite, and now Emo's going to be careful because DD's going to rotate over. Luckily enough, Shadow Fiend moves pretty fast. Instead, he's just going to go for the TP out, but it looks like Kaka, he's going to go for his own TP as well. But DD has the ultimate, so the damage coming through from the warpath. But in the meantime, I believe there was a kill across the map somewhere. Did someone fall? Oli finds Flyby, who's still getting pretty aggressive here. 2 points in the Chilling Touch. Why does the Chilling Touch icon look a little weird? Like, see how there's a box, like, kind of around it? It's like a big box. Is it, isn't it active? Like, sorry, can you put it on, like, every right click? Does that make sense? I think you can. So you can make it, like, active so you don't have to press the E. Down bot. I get aggressive here, but a Frostbite holds Fly in. Now, Replicate as well. Let's see. Still actually aggression down bot. Red Panda's going to rotate. He's got the Nightmare. Crystal Nova should be able to set up, allow him to get in range. Gonna get a couple of right clicks. Enchant Totem, not enough for Flyby. Really like to see the kills going over to the Earthshaker. I mean, what's a Bane gonna do with the gold? Feels bad, man. As an offlaner, I hate to see it. And considering offlaners right now are making a lot of plays throughout all the games, we're starting to see a lot of teams prioritize their last picking on the offlaners, just to give them a lot of priority with the good matchup, and because you're really the one that sets the tempo on the game and provides space for your cause. You will see. Let's fly by. I mean, this game's really on the Morphling, who is having a good time, not near the top of the net worth like the Shadow Fiend, who actually pops a DD and is able to find the tower very early. So Tread's picked up, and he's going straight for the Yule Scepter as well. They're going to try and infiltrate the jungle area, find the Bristleback, but instead is going to get shown on the mid lane. So something you wouldn't really expect. I mean, a Bristleback, usually a really strong laner, and he actually loses their tower first. That mid lane tower falling. Bye-bye. We'll be fine here. Gonna try and push the lane halves of September. It's a Frostbite. They're gonna try and close this kill. Probably don't need the Echo Slam. Flyby still has the damage coming through from the Enchant Totem, but there will be a rotation from the Sven. One's out to the west, but now they might just turn it on the Sven, however. With the Echo Slam, it's gonna fly. Nightmare as well. Looks like Sven, nothing he can do. A nice kill for them. September's gonna be the one to claim that, but in the meantime, they're gonna try and get another tower here. Invictus Gaming just continuing the siege, putting pressure on to these towers. They force the Morphling out of the lane, who's going to continue to farm up.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Surprised he doesn't have a Morbid Mask so he can fall back in the jungle. Something we see quite often on the Morphlings. Usually this Aghanims build, well, if they rush Ags, they just go Treads. A couple of... Huh? Oh, how'd they get that kill? Oh, my bad. Apologies. I didn't...
Radiant's bottom
Okay.
tower is under attack.
Without Fiend's Grip, I didn't think they'd be able to get the kill though. But yeah, the build usually for the Morphling, once you go, if you're going straight Ags, is Treads with a couple of Wraith Bands and Morbid Mask as well. So you can farm up in the jungle reasonably well.
Radiant's bottom tower is
This
under
Morphling
attack.
with Morbid Mask is so stupid, man. JT's gonna try and set up, but I don't think he can. By the time he stampedes onto the Morphling, he
Radiant's
should be
bottom
able
tower
to
is under attack.
Strength Morph out in time. He might try it here. Okay. Didn't even try and stampede. I mean, I was gonna say, even then, that's very ambitious to say the least, I think. Considering, yeah, he's got max points up in the morph. And we'll see Fly. Gonna fall back and try and take some stacks here. So he will be going for a minus. The one thing I mean, Sven's kind of fall off, so the power of the Midas is going to allow him to hit this timing a lot faster before the enemy team get their items. The only thing I'm a little worried about with the Midas is that it's going to... You don't really want to fight... Like, this is a 2k gold
Radiant's bottom
item. It's
tower
probably
is
2k
under
plus
attack.
now with how much they've
Dire's
nerfed the Midas.
structures
What is it?
are
Yeah,
fortified.
2.2k now. Oh, is it bounty? Hello. Oh, Earthshaker will end up falling here. Yule Scepter, just catch the very end of it. Heard the Yule Scepter from far away. And there you go, already 11 minutes in. We haven't seen Shadow Fiend too much. I mean, spoke about it in the draft, but we're going to see Emo trying to make plays across the map here. Potentially a Blink, Shadow Blade. He might go Shadow Blade just for the Silver's Edge potential. DD's got to be careful mid. He's going to TP in.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Emo just can't catch him. Like I was saying though, I mean, Sven going for the Midas. The only issue is that you don't really... I feel like Radiant have a pretty high tempo lineup. Shadow Fiend going like Yule Scepter. They've got a lot of damage early, and I really want them to just put pressure across the map before the Morphling gets the Aghanims. And, you know, this Midas is going to allow Morphling to have some time to farm, and they won't really get pressured too much because Sven, he's just going to continue to farm. Kaka will get brought down. Next, a little bit of a slideshow there. Looks like they're going to be able to still put pressure on the tower. In the meantime, top lane, Fly.
Radiant structures
Just going to take the farm as well. So, Morphling, quick TP away. It's got 1k gold in the bank. Like I said, yeah, I mean... Even then, I mean, Fly, he knows exactly what he's doing. Well aware. Don't mean anything bad by it. In the meantime, DD, he's going for the phase boots. So to help it out against the movement speed that Radiant have, the little bit of armor. I guess just because the presence of the Dark Lord. And now, flyby. I might try and restart pretty soon, but it looks like Earthshaker is probably going to get brought down here. I can't imagine he doesn't. They have Stampede, but DD's already... I can't tell how long his TP is gone for. Alright, I'm going to restart. We'll do a quick restart, won't take too long. Sorry guys. Of course, unfortunately for, maybe we got a little bit used to the no lag last game, but unfortunately for that, we're not going to have that happen again. Unless we do get a game 3, who knows, maybe game 3, if there is one, we'll have no lag, but just doing our best. Far out, man. For a second, I'm like, wait, where's the game? What's happening? What the hell? Wasn't showing up. They already won or what? This Shadow Fiend just steamrolled down mid? As long as it makes it a little better. I wouldn't really expect it to completely fix the issue, but my director camera still? Yeah. A bit annoying. And let's see, Flyby. He's going straight for the Aghanims. Hasn't got boots at all, considering a lot of core Earthshakers like going treads just because it helps tank you up. Emo, however, will be going for the Blink Dagger, so almost has enough gold. Has got the wand as well, but meanwhile, Red Panda. They still brain sap. That's so much damage on a Rubik as well. I mean, pure damage. And then you pair up Fade Bolt with the little bit of Spell Amp that you have. But, you know, at least the Morphling is still farming reasonably well. I mean, they're not putting pressure on him. Doesn't have any kills, is behind a couple of the cores. And this is the issue with the Morphling, is that, you know, you don't really farm very fast. You don't have much kill potential early on either. But are they going to try and set up top, it looks like. Fly can probably just TP out, but if they keep Vision on top of him, September will be able to cancel it. They force the Stampede. It's going to be able to keep him alive, so Stampede down. In the meantime, they're about to have, you know, Ags coming out on both sides pretty soon for the Earthshaker and the Morphling. You see right now, I mean, Morphling just a little ahead of even this offlane Earthshaker, but I got to be careful because here comes the Shadow Fiend with a double damage room. Nightmare will be there if he wants to plink up on the higher ground with this DD. I mean, he hits incredibly hard. Looks like, Morph? I was going to say, I don't know if you want to be there, buddy. They're going to force it back after the bounty runes die. We'll be able to claim a couple of these up top. They get closer and closer towards the Aghanims. As long as they can delay this game, that's the main thing. Just try and split push as much as possible. Don't defend any of these towers, because you're definitely not at your strongest point right now. And they might try and get some vision down around the triangle camp or find a kill on Sven. Earthshaker sets up with a fissure. They get the Fiend's grip, but his rotation's coming through. They're going to have to be forced to pop a lot of ultimates for this Sven. Somehow still alive, and with the Requiem going off to the side, Emo's falling low as well, but it doesn't matter. The higher. They get obliterated. They lose 3. They force so many ultimates out there as well. Nicely played from the Shadow Fiend. He stops the Fiend.
Когда твой лайфстейлер говорит, окей, дайте просто до радика дофармлю, и вы идете драться, когда у него там 1100 или там 1000, и вы приходите и умираете все, и лайфстейлер такой, ну ладно. Морф такой, ребята, сейчас Агоним, только надо вот, минус 3 в миду.
И вроде как уже и с этим Аганимом ты не сильно и побыкуешь. И еще нужно не забывать, то, что здесь герои не такие уж и тощие. То есть там есть чем поогрызаться. Ваншотать ты точно не будешь.
Фиссура на Shadow Fiend.
Пытались подсейвить, не получилось. А тут еще Юлы, еще одного бойца поймали сюда. И начинают IG прям переигрывать своего оппонента очень серьезно.
Качельки такие получаются, то есть сначала IG вели игру довольно сильно, потом SAG ответили хорошо, а потом IG опять вырвались вперед, подрубает ретлейт Кентавр и вообще не замечает эту башню. Обратите внимание, скорость, которую он забирает. Там у него, если что, 350 дэмэджа практически с руки.
Да, спокойно забрал Т2 вышку, продолжает наглеть. Ну, посмотрим. Все-таки Аганим должен что-то делать. Правда, конечно, с каждой следующей минутой Морфлингу уже будет все сложнее и сложнее что-то придумывать.
Ну вот Аганим готов, есть смоки, будет ли выход, Эхослэма нет. Еще и неприятно то, что Эхослэм-то откатывается довольно долго. И как этот шейкер сейчас себя найдет? 30 секунд ждать. И до Аганима еще 150 монет. Ну, то есть можно, вот это время можно точно пофармить. Там, правда, давят, душат, какая еще и своровал. Новый год.
Из неприятного он всегда может это делать. Ну, из неприятного для SIG. Вроде как ЦМ-ка у тебя, а больше пользы приносит оппоненту в некоторых ситуациях.
Ну, Аганим шейкера, вот он ультимейт шейкера. Но сейчас посмотрим, какой пойдет экшен.
Надо
Неприятно то, что Кентавр как раз себе собрал пайп. То есть к моменту, когда файт начнется, там, если пайп успеет нажать, то Эхослэм эффект будет намного меньше иметь, да и вообще
У Бристлбека
весь прокаст.
тоже имеется пайпа. Тут на самом деле даже прокаст шейкера в данный момент это не столько магический дэмэдж.
Сколько контроль?
Да. Потому что тут герои слишком жирные. Рассчитывать на Magic Damage для убийства там условного Кентавра или Свена не стоит.
Ну, это Эхослэм это всегда в первую очередь, да, контроль, а во вторую очередь, я думаю. Ну, то есть хорошо, если соперники стали вчетвером рядом, но что делать, если не встали? Как бы надо же все равно Эхослэм каким-то образом выдавать. Кентавр себе пытается еще и Blade Mail взять.
Ну, если
Снимать
вдруг
фокус
Морф там...
Морфа, да.
Если Морф там, да любой из этих героев.
Идут SAG в атаку, поставили вард, скан есть от Invictus Gaming не туда. Вот он, Рубик пойманный, и Рубик ничего не успеет сделать. Кентавр спрятался. Вот эта вот фишка с Кентавром, конечно, который сидит в лесах и пытается что-то где-то кого-то найти. У него еще есть блинк. Вот это, правда, против шейкера с морфом это очень опасная тема. Вообще, можно было и вслепую фиссуру, конечно, попробовать дать, если она была.
В КД,
до сих пор.
Кулдаун там достаточно большой. И вообще эти две фиссуры крест-накрест ставят, перекрывают. Помимо того, что как бы одна фиссура это неприятно, тебя могут перекрыть. Так тут еще и две фиссуры. Тебя перекрывают в большинстве случаев на 100%.
Сон поймал. Блинкаут.
Что?
Аппарат снял с него сон.
Все.
Ну, аппарата могут и убить, если захотят.
Да, его увидели. Они тоже не сразу поняли, что произошло, но потом увидели, наконец-таки, виновника торжества и наказывают его моментально.
Баунти руны. IG серьезно вырываются вперед. Они забрали опять 3.
Так, Свен БКБ, СФ БКБ. Это довольно хороший пауэрап. Может тоже подраться как-то там под смоками.
Нужен аппарат. Хотя бы живой аппарат, чтобы он с базы ультимейт зарядил.
Да, это живой аппарат лучше, чем неживой.
Кентавр.
Кентавр живой тоже лучше, чем неживой. Но так не думают ребята из SIG.
Под стампидом надо кулдаун на блинк сейчас дождаться и еще его свищи. Тут...
А телепа нема?
То он же хочет, наверное, в позиции безопасной.
Ну, окей. Не, понятно, что он хочет в позиции безопасной.
Максимально неудачно вообще все происходит сейчас, потому что потратил Эхослэм шейкер. У соперника появилась БКБ. И IG идут вперед с этим Кентавром, который уже зарегенил все, что ему нужно.
Угу. И там, по-моему, подставляется не самая лучшая цель для
это, возможно, не важно. Для них... А вот так вот, конечно, неудачно. Хотя, все равно его... Хотя, слушай, он прожил.
Он нормально прожил,
он долго прожил.
Но, тем не менее, он погиб. И дальше уже как-то без своего...
Был бы здесь Эхослэм, они бы сейчас вообще этот файт развалили без шансов. Но так просто надо время выигрывать. Флайбай.
Свен хочет прожать БКБ, но пока даже нет смысла этого делать.
СФа нашли, убили, он не успел нажать на БКБ. Прыгает еще раз, но тут БКБ уже у флайбая нажимается. Это хороший ответный фраг был.
Это очень был хороший фраг. Ну вот, СФу надо тоже уплотняться.
Да вроде БКБ есть, просто...
Ну, БКБ, оно не дает тебе именно вот много ХП.
Слушай, ну а как ты... Тут вопрос, наверное, в том, как вот ты СФа укрепишь так. Он обычно укрепляет за счет того, что у него появляются там предметы какие-то, на подсейв может себе нажать.
Ну, раньше я помню СФов с грейвсами всякими вот были.
Ну, это же вообще немножко другие. Это такие пушащие СФы, которые и билд другой собирают
Ну,
в целом.
тут игра у тебя не совсем стандартная. То есть ты играешь против морфошейкера. То есть твоя задача не лопаться. Ну, мое мнение, когда ты играешь против морфошейкера, твоя задача не лопнуть вот с этой тычки. Если ты билд свой не адаптируешь под то, чтобы не лопнуть, ты вот так вот лопаешься. А это же плохо. Это плохо.
Это так себе, да. Шейкер пытается собрать БКБ. Кентавр тоже. Вот ты бы БКБ поднерфил?
Поднерфить БКБ?
Ну.
Ох, ну сейчас на самом деле такие лютые прокастеры, что ты зачастую это БКБ даже прожать не успеваешь. Нет, я бы, наверное, не нерфил его. Дота игра, где ты моргнул и улетел в помоечку сразу же.
Ну, это очень зачастую зависит даже не от того, какие у героев соперника, какой у тебя билд еще к тому же. Там, если у тебя какой-то подсейф у команды есть, а ты все время правильно двигаешь, то вроде как всегда успеваешь. Но Морф идет сюда, будет ли прыгать? Два шейкера бегут. Фиссуры, две прыгает вперед, шейкер! Взрывают сразу же аппарата!
Ответная реакция!
И минус шейкер, минус морф. Ответ потрясающий от IG. 10 тысяч преимущества у них уже, и Септембр просто убивают без всяких попыток сбить ему ТП.
Ну, Operation они, конечно, срезали красиво, но как-то после этого Кентавр прыгает по двоим и дает стан. Вот это было не очень приятно. А там...
Мне кажется, вообще, знаешь, ты как бы саппортов законтролил, но в такой ситуации шейкер может подумать и над тем, что блинка у шейкера нет, да, он только Аганим успел собрать и БКБ дальше собирает. То есть он не может там перепозиционироваться после первого прыжка жестко как-то. То есть они максимально сокращают дистанцию, кладут по фиссуре.
Не, ну просто на Operation должен был прыгать кто-то один.
Ну да.
Они не должны были прыгать вдвоем на Operation.
Ультимейт на базу, чтобы... А нет, это не на базу.
His middle tower has fallen.
Просто проверочный.
Как мы видим, БКБхи нужны все-таки SIG, иначе можно тоже подставиться так знатно. На
Ну вообще, с тем, как они запрыгнули вперед, знаешь, такой прыжочек веры легкий произошел. Можно БКБ. Как раз это вот тот случай, когда можно БКБ не успеть нажать, а там за стан буквально отъехали. У Морфа осталось только последний кусочек. Только Митрил Хаммер.
Да, ну с появлением БКБхи Морф станет прям так на серьезно сильней. Его уже вот так вот убить не получится на халяву. Единственное только то, что аппарат даст айсбласт, и тогда да, там условный Свен прыгнет ему на лицо, сделает 2 тычки сабли, а там и Дейдалус какой-то нарисунок или что он там делает.
Сложно прыгнуть Морфу на лицо, но у него такое, знаешь, неочевидное все-таки.
Согласен, но на Морфа прыгнуть сложно, но если ты словишь какой-то дэмэдж, то даже БКБ тебя не спасет. Ты там все равно не сможешь нормально перекачаться под айсбластом. Но БКБ все равно сделает очень
Поймали
много.
Брисла, Бристол не успел развернуться, и вот сейчас спиной поворачивается, подходит его команда, можно подсейвить, под БКБ бежит флайбай, ДД до сих пор живой, должны, наверное, добивать его, и крит просто залетает от Свена. И нормально.
Судя по всему, Bloodthorn себе хочет Свен приобрести. Такая дополнительная опция на какой-то Silence. И в Рошпит зайдут. Да, вот это...
Почему бы и нет?
Ну, да, судя по всему, почему бы и нет.
Там, конечно, шейкер, но тут и так все очень комфортно для IG, а если минус Бристолбэк, то супер комфортно. Там
Да.
и КК уже с блинка может подсейвить, где-то внезапно появиться и цель подцепить.
Без сопротивления.
Такая была у них вера в морфошейкера. В итоге, как только появился Аганим на морфе, шейкер сначала прыгнул в кентавра, дал их слэм и ничего не сделал. А потом они пошли и на вражеском шрайне погибли. И вот они 13 тысяч преимущества уже.
Ну и вот сейчас тоже вот этот командный ганг оказался провальным. И шейкер, и морфлинг погибают. То есть видно, что по макродоте все равно как-то получше смотрится. Ну вот оно, есть нападение. Не забываем про Аегис.
Прыгнул сюда. О, да что ж такое-то происходит? Эхослэм в
СФ там
БКБ был
взрывает.
прожат, и минус еще и шейкер. Они прям, знаешь, Морф прыгает в ультимейт аппарата, потом Шейкер почему-то решает ХСЛМ свой не давать в СФ, который не в БКБ, потом решает дать, хотя у СФ есть Аегис. Ну, то есть это, в принципе, что вы рассчитываете? Разменять ХСЛМ на Аегис в лучшем случае, погибнув, потому что назад вы уже не упрыгаете.
Ну, они такие вспоминают, так, прошлая карта, мы забираем Рошина, они так дерзко, резко врываются и забирают наш Аегис и отдают своего флейнера Кентавра. А давай мы тоже так сделаем. Но у них не получилось.
Кентавр с Тараской, удачи его теперь вообще хоть кому-нибудь что-нибудь ему сделать. 4600 здоровья.
Тот случай, когда не получилось, у тебя падает Т3.
Да.
Неприятненько.
Так и ХСЛМа нет, так и...
Слэма нет еще.
Сейчас Кентавр может просто стоять и убивать с собой башню. Это тот случай, когда вот такой оффлейнер может работать.
Да.
Тараску сбили.
Что дальше? Пока он не планирует отходить. Потому что ему буквально отойти на пару секунд отрегениться с Тараски. Но можно, конечно, и вперед ногами уйти. Между прочим, Стампида в
Много нужно
кулдауне.
сил потратить на то,
Стампида в кулдауне.
Так, дает стан, но это в БКБ. Кентавра все-таки забрали, но там и Бейна убили. Бейн выкупается. Аппарат. Шейкер промахивается, фиссура и упрыгивает
Морф
в
все
другую
БКБ
сторону.
просто пробегал, потому что получилось бласт и боялся. Свена
Флайбай
проконтролировали.
не
Но
смог.
нормально. Свена там неплохо проконтролировали. Теперь его можно уже все-таки забирать. БКБ у него закончилось. Свою работу Бейн сделал. И Морфлинг продолжает. Минус Рубик, трипл-килл. И вот Кентавр, который вот так вот дерзко стоял. Но все-таки надо было как-то рассчитывать.
А
на то,
самое
что...
неприятное в этом всем, знаешь, даже Т3 не забрали. То есть даже на Шрайна теперь не выйдешь. И такое ощущение, что немножко контринтуитивно, потому что, с одной стороны, вот у тебя было хаслэм, но ты файты проигрываешь, а хаслэма нет, ты файты выигрываешь, потому что уже IG начинают их неправильно.
Ну, тут все началось просто с грубой ошибки от Кентавра. Там форса нет ни одного. Возможно, он на какой-то форс рассчитывал. Он перебаковал. Ну, то есть, если бы, я не знаю, там... Я даже не знаю, по какой логике он так вот прям дерзил. То есть, ну окей, да, хорошо, там вышку ты дамажишь, но оно того не стоит.
Кажешься себе сильным с Тараской до тех пор, пока не перестаешь себе таким сильным казаться. Убивает тем временем ЦМ-ку СФ за ультимейт, просто взорвал в Юль, поднял и готово.
Ждем 25-го от СФ, это уже будет довольно сильный пауэрап. Он, как мы видим, Хекс хочет прикупить, а там уже Линкин на опережение покупается Морфлингом. И, возможно, даже СФу стоит приобрести Ion Disc, тот самый, о котором мы в прошлой карте много говорили. Ion Disc в этой игре на СФ, наверное, прям must-have. Ну, с появлением особенно КДР, да, таланта на КДР, прям вообще идеально зашел бы.
Кентавр подумывает о том, чтобы Лотус собрать. Это, кстати говоря, неплохой артефакт, чтобы с себя как-то фокус оппонента снять, если что. Шейкер с БКБ. Гоним БКБ, 20 стиков. И пошли на выход.
И, кстати, прошлый файт, он в принципе плохо, конечно, закончился, но мог бы еще хуже закончиться, если бы аппарат с Айсбласт не попал по Морфу, потому что Морф там БКБ прожал, но находясь под Айсбластом, прям очень сильно боялся вообще что-либо делать.
Фиссура перекрывает, нашли Кентавров, Сон отправили, Эма идет вперед, у Эма есть БКБ, он получает Фиссуру, могут ли попробовать его не отпустить, Хаслэм пошел, очень неплохое начало драки, но там все еще есть Аегис, тем временем Флайбай простоял в Финсгриппе, убили Бейна, Бейн без байбека. Хекс идет сюда и убивают Цемку. Цемка выкупается, Юл есть от СФа. СФу не дали раскастоваться, СФ погибает сейчас. Флайбай пошел на Морфа, можно сейчас и погибнуть здесь будет. Флайбаю, Морф, правда, получает ультимейт аппарата, Кентавр не дотягивается своим станом, прыгает вперед Морфлинг, Фиссуру еще одну получает, стан по
Рубик с
Морфу.
этой порованной Фиссурой очень много сделал.
Морф дает сам Фиссуру, и есть еще Бристлбэк под БКБ, есть еще Шейкер, еще одна Фиссурина заходит. В этот раз убивают Флайбая. Пока размен получается 3 в 2 и байбека ЦМки. Это хороший опять размен для SAG. Тут еще и Шейкер сейчас Оли пытается найти, понимая, что уже, наверное, Кентавра ребята и так заберут без его помощи. Флайбай не успел тотемом, но это минус Кентавр. Прекрасный файт снова для SAG. И перед баунти-рунами, кстати говоря, это было ведь. То есть теперь, если они соберут 4 баунти-руны, а они вроде должны,
да,
ну хотя бы 3, то это отыграет им 1003, мне кажется, преимущество сейчас. Да, ну и дэмэдж, конечно.
Если бы не Рубик, этот файт был бы еще хуже. Правда, куда он мог бы быть еще хуже, я не знаю. Возможно, они бы, например, Морфап не убили. Рубик в этой игре очень много сделал при помощи Фиссуры. И Финсгрип сбил и так далее. И в один момент я даже подумал, что IG выиграет файт, но нет. слишком мобильные SIG, в то время как, ну, ты никак не можешь закрепить Морфа на месте, никак не можешь закрепить Шейкера на месте. Они прыгают, прыгают, прыгают. Бристолбеку вообще абсолютно плевать на всех, он супер жирный, его не убить. И получается так, что ваши БКБ заканчиваются, и вы тоже заканчиваетесь сразу же вслед за БКБ.
Много всяких просто есть, знаешь, этой хитрости в файте, которые могут, да, SAG сделать, и сойти, и выйти, и Бристолбек стоит посреди файта. А там у тебя из всех контролей, которые есть, по сути, это только Кентавр со станом, ну и телекинез Рубика надежным контролем, наверное, не назовешь. А вот стан Кентавра, то есть, либо ты ворвался во всех и вырезал за пару там ударов Свена, но если вдруг там подсейв сработал или фиссурина какая-то залетела, тоже БКБ хочется нажать очень вовремя, но не получается как-то пока что. Форстав плюс блинк у Рубика. Форстав теперь есть.
Ну тяжело, тяжело. По пику реализовать очень тяжело. Возможно, с появлением, опять же, 25-го на SF что-то изменится, но пока слабо в это верится, честно говоря.
А Хекс ведь был в последнем файте у SF. Он кого-то точно хексил.
Опа.
Вторая Фиссурина заезжает сюда. Правда, как бы сейчас тут Рубик, да, в ответ еще одну не дал Фиссурину.
А он ее даже не своровал, по-моему.
А, он, да, не ее своровал. Там своровал. В смоках.
Вообще, Фиссуру своровать немного сложно, потому что ее обычно колдуют сразу, и потом сразу же прыгают с тотема. Но как-то до этого Какао умудрился своровать.
Кентавр разревелился.
Ну, ДД на фронтлайне понимает, что если нападут на него, он долго будет жить. Все-таки у него теперь есть БКБ. До этого его там легко забирали.
Мор с Шейкером, конечно, выглядит это немножко сюрреалистично, да. И все Т3 стоят. То есть, как бы, на самом деле, эти 10 тысяч сейчас это вообще, ну, очень комфортная ситуация для SAG, потому что 5 минут назад было 13. Тут, конечно, появились свои артефакты, там была Торн, у SF Хекс, и 25-е скоро, там у Свена уже, у SF скоро будет. Но и у SAG тоже появились вещи. Бристол. Кентавр поймал.
Под Платорном надо его...
Кентавр стан, точнее, да, БКБ.
Свен стоит. Развили на БКБ.
Он, наверное, хочет эту цемку очень быстро вырезать, потому что она без байбека. Да, нет?
Ну, по-хорошему, Байна еще бы тоже
вот
хотелось
так вот, да, и БКБ
быстро.
подрубает.
Сюда, но он убегает. Так, криты, конечно, серьезные, но тем не менее... Ну, это не очень выгодно получилось. Свен БКБ прожал, или только ЦМ-ку. Закрепить вряд ли чем-то получится.
У Свена вообще 5-секундная БКБ. И 2 минуты до Рошана, до следующего. То есть вообще делать нечего, по сути. На хайграунд идти сейчас нельзя. Еще, знаешь, это приятно, когда ты погибаешь без байбека, а погибаешь вот так. То есть
да.
вроде и умер, а вроде ничего страшного. И уже в следующий раз не такой таймер большой будет. И все нормально. Более-менее.
А что там вообще в этой ценке? Как-то не обратил внимания на...
Да ничего такого, 7300. Что у нее? Глиммер, форстав.
БКБшечки пока нема.
Тут, знаешь, что тут два варианта есть, да? Либо ты пытаешься собрать себе БКБ, и тогда у тебя ничего нет эти 10 минут, а у тебя и так у команды все плохо. И при этом не факт, что ты... Опа, кстати говоря, фиссура будет ли по Кентавру? Не дают ему...
Сейчас... Какая длинная фиссура у этого мужчины.
Да.
Явно с талантом.
Мы будем в прямом эфире оценивать длинность фиссур мужчин.
Ну, давай не будем тогда, раз. Я почувствовал, что ты против этого.
Я почему? Я всегда вообще максимально за.
Хорошо.
Знаешь, этот мем с Томом и Джерри, я в этом шарю, когда Том из-за двери выглядывает. Вот тот самый случай. Тем временем Бристолбек под прикрытием ЦМ-ки выходит с Шивой. Ну вот этот Бристолбек, он такой как бы сочный. Вроде прыгай на него, прям убивай его. 2900 хп и там 29 армора. Я предлагаю срочно немедленно в него прыгать. Разревелился Шейкер, но Кентавр без блинка. Не дают ему. Фиссуры просто на перекрестие срабатывают. Прыгает вперед. Пытается вырезать Шейкера, но Шейкер успел дать Ахаслэм, после этого погиб. Оба саппорта вообще взрываются. Там Кентавр прыгнул по двум саппортам, стан дал. Ред Панда пока что живой. Септембр тоже живой. Только один Шейкер погибает. Раскастовывается Новый год. И Морф тут нарезает, убивают Бейна. Все-таки флайбай остается. И и СФ тоже. 3
Куча
байбека делают,
байбеков.
прыгает вперед Морфлинг, проходит Хекс,
Свен,
и это...
бить!
Морф!
Да,
Живой
что
до
ты
сих
будешь
пор.
делать?
Там Бристол Беку в спину бьют, конечно, но он живой до сих пор. Бристол! Бристол пока живой. СФ его ищет. Хекс! Слип! И Бристол живой до сих пор идет. Кентавр прыгает. Форс-став
Его
неудачный!
кто-то форснул? Или это свой был форс?
Возможно, мне кажется, это был все-таки от Сэмки форс, не? Чтобы сбить.
Возможно.
Вряд ли это
Это
как
было
форс.
красиво.
Да, это Сэмка.
Это было очень красиво.
Это умно. А вот сейчас, кстати говоря, опасный момент. потому
Очень
что-
много байбеков IG потратили.
Какой ДД приятный для флайбая. Ну ладно, на самом деле, мне кажется, SAG все устраивает. У них выкупился только Бэйн.
Полностью. Так нет, много байбеков было у IG.
Да, там было 3 байбека. Аппарат, Кентавр и Рубик.
Вот, я же поэтому говорю. Для SIG этот файт прошел вообще шикарно.
Но они опять играют против Аигиса на SF, Сыра.
Вот вроде бы мы говорим так много про шейкера Морфа, но сколько всего сделал Бристол Бэк в этом файте. Он просто 2 ударами там Рубика сальто скрутил после второго.
Ну,
Это
как
было
бы
так
400 урона с руки у молодого человека,
Да.
если что. Тут,
Он еще первый скилл настакал и просто дал ему 2 плюхи. И все. И это конечная была для Рубика,
Ой.
который был с фиссурой на секунду.
А не будет ли это минус Аегис? Молодой
Знаешь,
человек на
возможно,
SF.
это будет не только минус Аегис.
Но
Так, БКБ потратил.
БКБ потратил до Аегиса. Вообще, это, кстати говоря, специфическое решение. Тут файт уже идет, убивают Свена! Еще и на Кентавра переключаются. Стампид потрачен в контроле, это неудачно. Кентавр без байбека на 2 минуты. И SAG против Invictus Gaming, который с Аегисом на SF, но SF без БКБ. Этот SF
А
должен
крипы уже на месте.
стоять на базе и отдыхать. Сейчас он ничего не может сделать. А Морф с БКБ 7-секундным. И сыр есть у Кентавра, он отдает его, видимо, SF-у. Или,
Очень.
может быть, Свену, который сейчас будет выкупаться. Но вообще выкуп Свена ничего не даст. Тебе обязательно нужно дождаться на SF БКБ. Там, правда, кулдаун же, да, уменьшенный.
идее, да,
БКБ
он
уже
уже
готово.
откатил.
Вот у Эма. Это может быть байт вот такой вот. Свен выкупается, не выкупается. Морфа подцепили. Бристлбэк.
Свену по-любому придется выкупаться. Да,
Вот он
у него байбек.
выкупается. Взорвали Морфа. И, по-моему,
Воу.
теперь SAG пора разбегаться в разные стороны. Это тот случай, когда тебе, в общем-то, и байбек Свена здесь был не нужен. Слип на SF-а.
Но если еще получится забрать Бристол
Да
Бэка,
получится.
то вполне приятный байбек.
Вообще, такое, знаешь, то есть как бы не факт, что ты за это время выбьешь байбеки соперника. Сам ты свой байбек потратил. Но, наверное, выбьешь. Но БКБ не будет еще довольно долго,
Просто
как и
можно-
ультимейта.
Можно выбить байбеки и еще не уйти.
Есть такая вероятность.
Там все-таки шейкер.
Поэтому не факт, что ты хочешь
Бэйн.
идти.
Опасно, очень опасно. Там шейкер Бэйн.
А когда там эхослэм у Шейкера готов? По-моему, он 18 секунд. Да, довольно скоро.
Там на самом деле и без эхослэма нормально. без эйбла.
Прыжок.
2 байбека.
2 байбека сразу пошли, но SF уже в мисс-позиции под БКБ что-то пытается сделать.
он боится,
Флайбай
нажимает
использует БКБ и SF, Ю...
Блинк, нажал.
Блинкаут. И есть Аегис у него до сих пор. Но и за ним будут гнаться. Его не должны отпускать вообще никак.
Шейкер куда-то не туда прыгнул.
Есть ТП, все, улетает.
SF боялся нажимать сразу ТП-аут под БКБ, потому что там был Бэйн, но у него кулдаун был ультимативный.
Ну, это, знаешь, тот случай, когда лучше
Перебдеть.
переопасаться, чем недоопасаться, скажем так.
Правильно. Так и есть.
Баунти руны нижние соберет команда IG. Все равно, знаешь, вин-кондишены очень понятны. То есть, с одной стороны, конечно, у тебя Морф с Бристлом без байбеков, но с другой стороны, у соперника Свен тоже без байбека. И ты его отправишь в таверну на 2,5, ну не на 2,5, но на 2 с лишним минуты сейчас. Поэтому мы видели, как Свена разорвало. Гост и Этериал собирается купить себе Морфлинг.
Морфлинга тоже вот разорвало довольно сильно, на удивление.
Это такие герои, что на самом-то деле без БКБ погибают все очень быстро, а учитывая то, что с одной стороны Свен, то там и в БКБ можно быстро погибнуть.
Да, и игра уже доходит до той стадии, где больше решает именно прожатие кнопок, и кто быстрее их нажмет.
Шейкер выпрыгивает, его не догонят здесь, никого здесь нет больше. SAG могут попробовать сами напасть. Поймали Кентавра, 2 фиссуры. Тотем,
Ну,
есть
не лучшая
Лотус
цель.
и Хекс, но Хекс срабатывает БКБ у СФ, а Шейкер до сих пор живой. СФ рано потратил свой БКБ, но у него все еще есть Эгис на вражеском шрайне. И вырезают Рубика с аппаратом, до сих пор Шейкер живой. Как же закайтили этого Свена, ЦМК раскастовывает ультимейт. Эмма дает Юл, Эмма не дает скастовать ультимейт, он под фин с гриппом стоит. Свен погибает на 124 секунды, отправляясь в таверну. Эмма сейчас умрет, первый раз его пытается подсейвить Кентавр. Эмма, там скоро Эгис заканчивается, нет, Эгис, он успел сработать, но...
Теперь, может, блинк какой-то, если успеет.
Не
но
успеет. Ничего не успеет. Две
без шансов.
фиссуры похоронили его. Сразу же выкупается СФ. Будет крипскипать по топу хотя бы. Но... Здесь что такое там? Тревела покупают. И... Будут, видимо,
Ну,
в
чтобы
мид прилетать и
на
в трон.
всякий
Да.
случай, да, там.
Слушай, ну они знают, что ни у кого нет байбеков. Что здесь делать СФ в такой ситуации? Деньги не имеют значения. Вообще ничего сейчас не имеет значения, кроме того вопроса, сможет ли СФ каким-то образом, ему надо, наверное, попробовать с ультимейта вырезать Марфа и разменяться как-то, но...
Ну, здесь какое-то чудо только
Тут
может
5
спасти.
героев. У него будет сыр, но и все. Они просто бегут в трон, и, ну ничего, СФ тут не должен вроде как сделать. Столько разных подсейвов, столько героев мощных. Первая Т4 падает, вторая тоже. И SIG разворачивает игру с 13-тысячным преимуществом. Ты знаешь, не то чтобы Морфа Шейкер, да, ЦМК купила себе еще и дозолятор, не то чтобы Морфа Шейкер прям вот в соло решил, но это было очень важным фактором. То есть именно мобильность двух героев, как они по файту перемещались, это было круто.
Да, эта партия была довольно интересная. Коллективы очень близки по скиллу друг к другу, и вот за счет этого зрелищный был бой, скажем так. Ну и SIG стоит отдать должное за их нестандартную игру. Ну, тут и в первой карте, и во второй карте мы наблюдаем за какими-то не самыми стандартными решениями и драфтами.
При этом такое ощущение, знаешь, что ты говорил уже то, что у IG вроде как макро посильнее, но макро это здорово, а после макро обычно наступает стадия тимфайтов, где SIG в целом вот за две карты смотрелись лучше. Они просто как-то, знаешь, лучше
У них
рассчитывали
драфт
свои...
лучше смотрится.
Может быть,
Вот у них и
да.
в первой карте драфт смотрелся лучше, и во второй карте драфт смотрелся лучше. Вот в этой игре я не увидел полноценно раскрытого SF-а. Вот Бристолбека я увидел. Мы вот в один момент, один из последних файтов, Бристолбек себя показал вот во всей красе. Он просто шел с 4 там, или 5 сотнями урона, у него, короче, тонна дэмэджа, бежит и вносит этот урон. И при этом ему никто ничего сделать не может. Пока там команда пытается оппонента разобраться с Морфом Шейкером. Плюс, что делает SF? SF, если попадает под любой дизейбл за секунду, ваншотается. Да, он давал хексы, да, он там что-то ультой своей делал, но вот он был раз в 10 менее эффективным, чем Бристолбек.
Ревайв и Sparkling Arrows проходят у нас в следующую стадию. Играть на LAN-финале, где будет 8 команд. RNG, King Gaming, eHome, Team Aster, T1, SIDEC и эти две замечательные команды, с чем мы всех и поздравляем, друзья. И увидимся с вами уже послезавтра на стадии плей-офф. Это будет Single Elimination на 8 команд. И нет права на ошибку. Будет крайне интересно и хороший призовой фонд на этом турнире. Так что ждем вас послезавтра и увидимся. С вами была студия Майнкаст.